Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning in to the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. Thank you. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. A lot in what's hidden. Outcome and advice. Thank you. All right, let's turn these cards over, see what we're dealing with here. All right, in the overall energy, we have the Five of Wands. Some type of fight, competition. She's playing some type of game, chess. There's some strategy here. Figuring things out. This feels like chaos, despite the picture. Chaos, some type of fight going on. What's going on with the Five of Wands? Whatever this is, you're showing up as the Empress. And Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're not investing in this fight. You don't have anything to do with whatever this fight is. You're not invested in it. You're not investing in it. Feels like you want nothing to do with this fight. What's the fight? Page of Swords reverse, Judgment. Page of Swords reverse, some negative communication. Feels like someone's trying to fight with you, but you're not having it. You're in this Empress energy, divine feminine energy. Whoever this is, you're not investing in them. It feels like they've got a problem with that. They've got a problem with you. They're trying to create a problem with you. They're trying to get you upset, get you to fight. It looks like you want nothing to do with this. With the Judgment next to this, it feels like you're in this expansive state. You've got really good judgment around this. You're making this decision from your divine feminine. So who's bringing a fight? Some Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they're bringing some issue, something negative, and they're trying to create a fight with you. What's Hierophant reversed? Feels like they're wanting to break a contract they have with you. Some agreement. This could be written or just like a conscious agreement that they have, like a handshake agreement. Feels like you might have invested in this person, this connection, but you're not investing anymore. Tell me about this broken contract. Moon. Three of Swords, Hanged Man reverse. There's something hidden. It's a hidden betrayal that you're seeing. You're seeing something, you're seeing this situation, you're seeing this person differently. You've gotten a new perspective. Moon can also be hidden agendas, illusions, delusions, fantasies. Maybe you were unable to see this person, this situation clearly, but now you see it. With the Three of Swords, it feels like this person is very comfortable with painful communication. Might be immature, Page of Swords in reverse. Unable to see things from a different point of view, a different vantage point. And it feels like this person wants a fight with you. I feel like you're being very strategic about this. You're using good judgment. You're seeing this person clearly. That this person feels wounded, but it doesn't feel like you did the wounding. They feel they've got something within them, something about them that they aren't seeing. It feels like this person can't see their own woundedness, that they're creating problems and conflicts. I'm hearing that song. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Feels like this person's used to making other people the problem, judging other people, criticizing other people. Feels like this person's expecting you to fight. What's this person's intentions? Why is this person in this reading? Why are they here? What are their intentions? Emperor, Queen of Swords, Five of Cups reverse. So you're showing up as the Empress in this reading. And this person sees themselves as your counterpart. They see themselves as an emperor. But they're showing up as a page reversed. I think with the Queen of Swords, you discern this and aren't picking up what this person's putting down. This person isn't coming at you straight and correct and honest about what they're seeing here. It feels like they're lying and deceptive to try to get in your energy. With the moon here, it feels like illusions, delusions. This person thinks that they're your match, but they're not seeing you correctly. They're not seeing themselves correctly. There's this projection, illusion, delusion here that's bothersome. I do see that you're using good judgment here. It doesn't feel like you're communicating in a way. It feels like you're just pulling your energy, your attention away. Six of Pentacles reverse. This is not a good investment. It's not based in reality either. Yeah, let's look at what's hidden. A lot came out in what's hidden. All right, we have the Four of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse, the Two of Cups and Empress, and then we've got this other two cards kind of came out separately, Eight of Cups and Eight of Wands. Okay, Four of Wands reverse, Three of Wands reverse, a lack of expansion, a lack of happiness. Someone who can't make moves. Who's... With the Empress coming out, again, viewer, I'm seeing that as your energy, divine feminine energy, very creative, very abundant. Okay, when you're in this divine feminine Empress energy, it looks like you're attracting counterparts that aren't at your level. They don't know how to create happiness and celebration. They don't know how to take things to the next level. They lack expansion. It feels like I'm talking to a divine feminine who's just not attracting your match. And I think you've learned from the past. Maybe you've followed someone who said that they were your match and they weren't. They weren't even close to your level. I think you've gone through that lesson. And it was hard to walk away from. You can hear that raven go by outside. What else does the viewer need to know? Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like a lack of desire, lack of passion, lack of excitement. That's not you. You've got Eight of Wands after Eight of Cups. Movement. Look how she's being carried away on the wind. You follow your passion, your desire. This feels like flow state. This feels like things happening for you, that you're no longer attached emotionally, and that's given you freedom. Definitely not attaching to someone who has no spark themselves. You've got all this Eight Wands of energy, of flow state, of all your ducks pointed in the same direction, so things are moving for you. And instead of attracting someone similarly, you're attracting wands in reverse. People who can't do what you're doing, that somehow feel entitled to your wand energy, to your creative energy, to your passion, to whatever fire that you have, your personal power. So it looks like you're much more discerning in the past. Someone would project that they're a partner to you, but they're not even close. They're showing up as pages in reverse, not even pages upright. They're hoping you don't notice that there's a little bit of like delusional thinking that they're somehow on your same level, but they're not. They can't do what you're doing, but somehow in what's hidden, they're expectations to that you'll be a pair, that you're a partner, It's delusional. It's a lot of projections and assumptions and expectations. Tell me more. What does the viewer need to know in what's hidden? Anything else that would... Okay. I feel like with the Four of Wands coming out in reverse again, I'm perceiving that you're attracting, if this is your reading, someone who's maybe not just someone, but people who are drawn to your blessings, to your energy, to your flow state. And they can't do it on their own. They're very unhappy. They don't know how to do what you're doing. And it feels like they're trying to get you to do their labor, to create for them. Feels like they he might be attracting someone very insecure. This person is delusional. They think that they're an emperor, but they're a page. They're projecting some kind of fantasy onto you and some type of expectation on you. I think it's a challenge for you to keep your guard up, to keep your boundaries with this type of energy. You've got the strength. Go slowly. Feels like this person is exposed if you go really slowly. They don't have stability and longevity, so they can only fake that they're an emperor, a match for a short period of time. They don't know how to cultivate and create. They don't have inner strength. They haven't met themselves in a profound way. I feel like you've got really good boundaries that I'm perceiving here. And that's why it's hard for this person to get into your energy. Maybe before this person, this type of person, would rush in before you could perceive them. Okay. Feels like this person's coming in and it's helping you see some unresolved beliefs you have from childhood that create kind of a fantasy, idealized, maybe a dreamy kind of energy. This person, when they come in, it feels like there's a bit of a dreamy response from you at first. But very quickly, it feels like you're destabilized. Dreamy and destabilized. Your finances might take a dive. Because this person just has nothing going on for them. And so they're like wanting to ride your empress coattails. They can't create for themselves. And so when they come in, it feels like they come in maybe under the guise of we're a good partnership. It doesn't have to be romantic. This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship that I'm describing. Someone who sees them as though you're equal, empress. But really what this is showing you is how this type of energy accesses your energy through some dreamy kind of fantasy that you might still be having. But you recognize them because your finances just plummet. Your stability, your security goes down because this person is not a match. They can't even close. They're not even a king, or they're in a page energy in reverse. It feels like everything just kind of grinds down to a halt, and that's letting you know this person not what energetically aren't even close to you. It feels like they feel entitled to your energy. They've projected that they're somehow at the same level as you. All right. Moving on to the outcome and advice, we have the King of Wands. Taking action, protected under fire. This feels like a very brave, courageous energy. Making moves, very focused on the moves that they're making. What do we need to know about the King of Wands? High Priestess in reverse. And then we've got a bunch of cards. King of Cups reversed with the Queen of Cups. Eight of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Pentacles, Strength card, Hermit. I don't feel like these are, I feel like these are telling a story. Somehow this person's energy comes in and you can't see them. They don't have potential. The Queen of, or the High Priestess doesn't have a roof over her head, which means she has unlimited potential. She stays balanced between the light and the dark, keeping things to herself. This feels like someone who doesn't have potential, not very intuitive, very immature. And again, I'm getting, feels like you are authentically yourself. Queen of Cups, a sweetheart, and this person keeps positioning themselves as somehow a match to you, but they're not a match. This person's very inauthentic. They are not being themselves. It feels like they're trying to position themselves, and they're not being honest and truthful about anything. This is a very immature person, and they're having huge financial issues. They don't know how to do what you do, but somehow they feel entitled to what's yours. Again, this person's enters your energy, and it feels like immediately your finances just grind to a halt. The expansion stops. Because this person's energy is the antithesis of where you are. And so them having access to your energy coming in, just it's Not helpful at all. Not, you don't derive any benefit. As a matter of fact, I feel like you're being shown, holy cow, this did not help at all. This actually, this person and their energy affects your finances. That they're that affected themselves. They're not positioning themselves. They're not being honest about why they're coming in. There's so much hidden. You've got the strength to get through this. This person's coming in, it feels like, to help you. To help you, excuse me, to help you realize and recognize who's for you and who's not. Who to invest in and who not. I think in the past, this type of person might have been able to hoodwink you, get into your energy. But now you're seeing it. Now you're seeing them, you're seeing the situation, and it feels like you're learning, growing. You've got the strength to get through this, and it looks like you're learning a lot from this experience, if you allow it. And it's helping you make moves. Especially if this is around work, around your work, learning who to invest in, who not, who can really do what they say they can, and who can't, who makes promises and can't deliver. There's something here, this isn't about ego and people at your level or not, but there's a lot here about just recognizing, being discerning, recognizing who is at this level and who's not. All right. That's your reading. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.